Well, it is episode 3 of chasing a cold water giant. As you can tell, don't have a lot of gear on today. I am very thankful that it has been kind of warm here the last couple days. Fished a tournament with Jared Sloan out to Gatesville on Saturday. Ended up winning a little money out there. Don't know if there's going to be a video about that or not, but if there is, you've already seen it. Wasn't a whole lot of action out there. Plus, we were live scoping all day, and I really don't like turning out pure live scope videos. And I know you guys aren't out there watching them, so there's no sense of putting out videos that nobody's watching. We didn't have the ability to show you guys the screen of what we were seeing on the live scope, so it's stupid to put that stuff out there because nobody's watching it anyway. But today, we are at the land of the giants, Greenbo Lake, Kentucky, for the third time here. It's supposed to be 60 degrees today here in Kentucky, and it is like December 30th, which is pretty crazy. Almost here at the end of the year. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I have to play music on New Year's Eve, so this will be the last time that I get out for the year, no doubt. Been throwing a jerkbait out here a lot, and a lot of you guys have been commenting the same thing I've been thinking, that it's not going to catch a giant, and you're probably right. I just like to throw it to catch some fish to get my, to get, I guess, my hopes up a little bit more. But brought a couple baits out today that I think will play. We got this mag draft that's in a trout collar. I got this thing in a mystery tackle box years ago. I think it's like a Biwa, couldn't tell you. I don't know what it is. But it is a trout style smaller glide bait. Be throwing this thing out there a little bit, and we've had some rain over the last couple days, which I'm grateful for around here because, again, as I mentioned before, this lake gets absolutely gin clear. But the other day when I caught all those fish, it was kind of stained, and it rained really hard on Friday. It didn't rain at all on Saturday, and then yesterday, it rained all day pretty much. So I'm figuring there's going to be some runoff, which is going to kind of dirty up the water, especially back towards the back of the lake. So if that happens, I'm going to throw this chartreuse call shad here. But my goal is today is to swap up some baits, throw some bigger baits. I want to throw a chatterbait today. I'm going to throw a few other things that I haven't thrown in a while. I'm still going to throw the jerkbait every now and again if I see some fish. And I'm looking for a big one, guys. I mean, that's the deal. This is the hunt for a cold water giant. This is not, let's see how many fish I can catch at Greenbo, which that kind of does a couple of things. One, it makes it tough, and two, it makes it tough to watch. If I fish out here 10 hours a day and only catch one fish, if it's a 5 to 10 pounder, would it be worth it? Absolutely. If I fish out here 10 hours and don't catch a fish, I had a great time because I've been fishing, but you guys are not going to like the video. So I do appreciate the support over the last few months. You guys are rocking it out there on my channel. I appreciate it. If you guys are just now seeing this, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. I'm looking for the 6,000 subscriber goal by the end of the 2025 fishing season. I picked up about 100 last month, which is amazing. So thank you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, I appreciate you. But we are going chasing a cold water giant, episode 3. Let's get it. Came home in an absolute rainstorm the other day, and I, kind of sad to say this boat is as dirty as it's ever been since I've owned it. I guess that's one of the main reasons that I hate fishing in the wintertime. I guess it's the only reason I hate fishing in the wintertime is the fact that my boat is absolutely destroyed. It's either, if it's warm enough to fish, you guessed it, I'm fishing. It started raining on me the other day when I was at Grayson, or at Gatesville, and I drove all the way home in the rain. So this boat was uncovered the whole way, and it just got absolutely destroyed. I'm not, I'm kind of upset about that, but it is what it is, folks. If you use your boat, it's going to get dirty, just the way it goes. Hopefully it's not going to be the last day that it's warm. Again, as I mentioned a second ago, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, and then we're liable to get some frigid temperatures around here. And when I mean frigid, the weather forecasters are talking about like in the 10s, even to sub-zero temperatures, which is crazy. So that being said, wipe these graphs off from the destruction that was last weekend. Turn everything on, get everything going, go catch a giant here, and catch a giant quick enough, ladies and gents, we can go back and watch the boat. So got a little incentive here today. Well, unless my hunch is that it gets more dirty back towards the back of this place, I couldn't be more wrong about it being dirty. I'm sure you can see that. Looks like a piece of PVC about 3 foot down right there. So let's hope it gets a little dirty back through here, because it's the clearest I've seen it since I fished out here this year, which is negative for big bass hunting. It is easily the most clear that it has been all year. So I'm going to the back of this thing first and foremost. I'm gonna work my way back through here again, for the fact that I feel like in order to trick a big giant bass, you're gonna have to kind of meet them where they live, and where they live, they're the masters of their element, ladies and gents. Like, they know, they live in this water, they've lived in this water all their lives. So in order to really trick one, you're gonna have to use live bait or have something on your side that evens the playing field, because here, this gin clear water is definitely not on our side. Crazy how clear the water is here. It's easily the clearest I've seen it all year. That sucks. Had somebody ask me the other day how I keep my GoPro running all day. That's with this Yolatech power bank. This thing works great. I have never bought one of these, thanks to you guys out there on my channel. You guys allowed me to win Yolatech video of the year. I finished second one year and won it last year, so I appreciate you guys. But these things work great. They have a lot of different charger ports on there, regular USB-A, USB-C, and then a micro USB. Water's super clear, ladies and gents. I am not liking it at all. Let's go back here to the back of this lake, see if we can't find some dirty water, because I feel like that's going to be the only way we're going to catch a giant. On the other hand though, I do think if you're throwing a big glide bait or a big swim bait, that fish are going to be able to travel, or will be more willing to travel farther distances to eat bait, because I can see it. I'm going to be using natural collars here in this clear water, something that imitates or mimics what these fish are naturally eating, which is going to be, in this place, trout and bait fish as well. So we are going to get after them, ladies and gents. Hopefully we catch a big one soon, so we can go back, wash the boat. All right, so stopped a little short here of Pruitt Creek. It's one of my favorite places to fish, right here in the mouth. Pull out my baits, get some stuff tied on before I get up there. This is a really good wintertime crankbait. This is a Spro Little John Type R in Rayburn Red. Probably not the collar for out here as clear as it is. Get this rod out here, because this is the rod I'm going to be throwing bigger swim baits on. This is a G-Limus IMX Pro 960, or it's a 906C CBR, sorry. Let's see here. Grab the old Jackal Chunk Crawl out here for a Texas rig bait. Again, can't not bring this out, because if it gets tough where I'm gonna not catch any fish, the jerk bait's coming out. Get the jig out. I caught a fish on this out here the other day. Get down in here. Not gonna need any top water, that's for sure. Spinner bait, probably not. Chatter bait, believe so. I believe I'll throw this one. Let's see here. I don't think a spy bait is gonna cut it. Never know though. Get that Carolina rig out if I need it later. Got spinnerbait in there again. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the spinnerbait, but in our case today, probably not going to be the greatest thing to throw at them. Definitely got to get a sonar minnow out here in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and retie this bait here. I think this big old white thing here that I was throwing down at Cumberland, I threw it here the other day too, but to no avail. I'm going to tie on this. I believe this is a 6-inch Berkeley, I believe, 1/2 ounce head. I'm going to tie the trout mag draft on it here. Get us started on that end. Let's grab couple spinning rods out. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna grab this net out. Got a good feeling about today. Quarter ounce Rapala mooch minnow. This is a Shimano Ember. This is a pretty cool bait that might work out here. This crankbait right here, this is an Ember 60 SP. You can throw this like a crankbait and it suspends, so you can stop it where it's at. Use this thing kind of like a jerkbait. All right, we're gonna start here at the mouth of Pruitt Creek. The water looks like it's a little more dingy back this way. It's not, it's still clear. Don't think it's not. But it seems to have a little less visibility than back there by the boat ramp. And I'm hoping the farther I go back through here, the worse it gets. I just don't know. Like, it's literally rained super hard. It rained all day yesterday. And I don't know how this lake stays so gin clear. One of my favorite lakes to fish in the springtime, that's kind of like a less known lake, is Lake Vesuvius and out around Ironton, Ohio. If it rains like 5 days prior to you going out there, it's still going to be just a giant mud hole. I'm not sure why this thing is able to stay so daggone clear even after the rain we've had in the last few days. But I'm gonna fish the mouth of Pruitt here. I've caught a fish every time I've been here, right here on this little point. So I know it holds fish. I'm just gonna throw these bigger baits around through here. I'm not gonna pick up the jerk bait or a jig unless I see one, because I know that I could probably catch a fish right here. But this series is not called Chasing a Cold Water Limit. This is called Chasing a Cold Water Giant. So that's kind of what we're after today, is to throw bigger baits, catch bigger fish, hopefully. And it may be a bust today, guys. As I mentioned earlier in the video, today is the last day that I can get out this year, and for the next couple weeks it looks like it's just going to be blustery cold. I'm talking like down in the teens and even lower. May even get some massive snowfalls they're calling for. So this is definitely going to be the last time I can get out here this year, but it may be springtime before I can get back out here after them. So I really got to take today with a grain of salt and realize that I have today practically to fill this big bass limit, and if it doesn't happen today, it's definitely not going to happen this year, and it may be months before I can get back out here.